Charles Louis Mortgage Advisors, 0161 959 0166.
This guy's become a phenomenon. I've always been a big fan. I've got to admit that I started watching the game in Monaco, expecting City to perhaps be interested in Benjamin Mendy, because there are a lot of rumours about that. And I came back from those two games against Monaco thinking, I'm not so sure about Mendy, but I'd definitely go for that Bernardo Silva. And he wasn't the one I was looking at. I thought, what an absolute phenomenon he is. Now, he's had ups and downs, he's had off patches and everything, but at the moment he is going through the most purple of purple patches, is he not, Mark?
Well, he looks a fantastic guy. He looks like, as a manager, he looks like one of them players that you want in the dressing room. He doesn't have a moan up, he doesn't whisper in, he's not that, he just wants to go and play. And he's one of them, I think, if he plays and the next game he doesn't get in the starting 11, he won't moan. He won't have a moan around. He'll just get on with it. He'll be sat on the bench, and when he comes on, he'll do his best. But some of the stuff he's been doing lately, I mean, obviously I played for Villa many, many years ago, and for him to score that volley, we were talking about before we come on air, to make that decision, when that ball leaves the winger's foot, to make that decision that you're going to open your foot, you're going to volley it into the net, and it's just unbelievable. And that is a tough decision to make, and he absolutely nailed it. It's unbelievable.
What is it about him that makes him special? I mean, in my eyes, it's there's a lot of things, but his energy and his pressing, leading the press, is just phenomenal, isn't it?
I think, when he leads the press, he goes round like he's running after it. It's like a dog in the park. He's running after his ball, the ball that his fellas took, but he just runs round. So he goes like this until, and then everyone goes. But he's bought into the way the Pep's wanting everyone to play, but he knows his decision making is 100%, and he knows what he's going to do with the ball. And the good thing about City at the minute, everyone knows what each other's going to do with the ball in certain areas of the field, and that's so. If you can get that into a team, you've got a chance of winning every game, maybe. But no, I love the guy.
There was a long period of time where City fans were saying that when Phil Foden emerged and went into the first team, that he might become the new David Silva. I would suggest that if Phil Foden develops into the player that everybody hopes and thinks he will be, that actually Bernardo Silva is as good an example as anything, because Phil Foden has that instant control and ability. If he can tap into the energy levels and vision and use the skills that he undoubtedly has and become the new, the additional, not the new, the additional Bernardo Silva, that's going to be some player as well, isn't it?
It's going to be, yeah. But to me, players like Phil Foden will become Phil Foden. He's not going to get named after Bernardo or any other players. Phil Foden in the next years or two, I'll become Phil Foden. That's the way it is, and it is another one that I just think he's great. He's a local lad. He still gets told off, I believe. He tries to play in the streets with his mates, just having a kick about, and that's brilliant. It was obviously not a bit like me, because I couldn't play like Phil, but I used to do that when I played. I went to go and play in the streets and everything in Manchester, but. No, it's looking good at the minute, Cheesy, for City. I've watched the last couple of games, watched the Villa game, watched the highlights yesterday, and it's looking good, and especially obviously kicking off yesterday at 5:30, and knowing that if we get a win, we go on the top. But it's like Pep said, we're not bothered about that. We're just got to make sure we look after every game, take one game at a time. And if that win yesterday takes you to the top of the league, so be it.
Just one more thing on Bernardo before I bring in Tony and Amy. Bernardo was famously pictured when Liverpool were the champions, holding a cup of coffee and stood very nonchalantly in the line. And he has an amazing character, and I've very briefly met him, and he seems extremely humble, but with a sort of cheekiness about him. I can't imagine that you can give me the definitive answer to this, but now that we've seen him develop into the player that he's become, I think that was a conscious decision, when we all like to think it was. But do you think there's that little bit of cheekiness about him that might even add to the quality of him as a player?
Yeah, 100%. I do. Yeah, he's got that twinkle in his eye and that, and yeah, he'll always be like that. He'll always, even when he comes out of football, he's been the same guy. He's got character and that, and they're great to have in your squad. Players like that, they're fantastic.
Let's get the views then of the other two who are with us today. Tony, tell me what you think about Bernardo at the moment. Let's wax lyrical about him for a bit, because he's blowing me away. I can't deny it.
Phenomenal. I really think he is. And we said it time and time again on here. I think with regards to Bernardo, he's probably one of the most worldwide, anyway, underrated players. He's obviously rated by us lot as City fans who see him week in, week out. I think it was 2019 season, was it? Where again he had this incredible season when De Bruyne was out, and came in and took that mantle and just showed everybody in the world what he could do. I think if he was at another club, he probably would have had 2 or 3 Ballon d'Ors by now. I just think that we're so lucky to have him, and he's scoring phenomenal goals at the moment. Even the one yesterday, it was at an angle that potentially a lot of players wouldn't be able to do. I think Sergio used to have a knack for those angles, and a lot of players tend to hit the side netting or completely go the opposite way and past the far post wide. Again, Bernardo, he's just got that ability to do it. And like Mark said, his work rate will always endear him to any fan. We have players like Pablo, where they've just heart on the sleeve and they'll run and they will literally go for every challenge and chase that ball, which is what every fan wants to see. No fan wants to kind of see the player just kind of walking back slowly and kind of quite nonchalantly. We all want to see the players have that passion, chase that ball, and Bernardo has it in abundance. And for not just his work rate, but to have the skill and the ability as well, I think, yeah, we're watching something special.
He's absolutely brilliant. And I also want to say about Cancelo as well. He's been absolutely brilliant too. We're very lucky. We've got some amazing players at our team. We're very, very lucky, especially from with how far we've come and stuff. But yeah, he just seems to know exactly where to go, and he sees things before it happens. A bit like Kevin De Bruyne does, to be honest. He sees the little pass from Phil, and he was just in there straight away. But yeah, he's just doing really, really well, and so is Cancelo. They both have really picked up the game, and they're both doing really, really well.